Hello and welcome back to the Board Game Bunker and the series I read the rules so you don't have to, and this week I'll be teaching you how to play Excalibur. This is how your table will look at the start of a game of Excalibur. It is a mess, I am well aware of that, and I have left one crucial component in the box, so I will get that out while we do this little intro. But as you can see in the middle of the table, these lovely metal swords are connecting the three regions of Avalon. If you know anything about King Arthur, Avalon is where that little boy lived, the future king of England, or of the realms. Now, these swords are nice, metal, shiny. These chips are lovely, hard, weighted. This is the deluxe version of the game. If you have the standard version, I do not know what you would get. I don't know which part's the same. I know you don't get the metal swords, but if you can find the deluxe edition, get the deluxe edition because it's so good. It's such a beautiful game. I am also recovering from a cold, so if my voice starts breaking like I've just hit puberty, I apologise. But yeah, dirt cheap for a deluxe game. I think it was about £45 British on Kickstarter. What that is now, if it's out in certain retailers, I don't know if they've upped it or lowered it. But well worth it. But anyway, I'm not here to try and sell you the game. I'm here to teach you the game. And at the start of Excalibur, you have these two chips in your hand. Well, in the pool to start the game. They are Excalibur and the Cursed Blade. And the aim of the game is to get to the end with Excalibur in your hand. Then you, and you alone, are the rightful king of Avalon. If you have the Cursed Sword in your hand, you are the ultimate loser. Not my words, they're the words that are written in the rules. Just so you are aware, there is a third sword that can come out, a toy sword or a squire sword. This one, not important for right now. It will be in the region of Avalon to start the game, but there are some chips which say everyone hold out a sword. So if you're worried why 3 people are suddenly holding out chips, that one has also been picked. But these chips will go face down over here. Depending on the player count, and I will do a 4-player game, you can play this 2-player. In a 2 to 5-player game, the game will end when one of these regions is emptied of chips completely, even for a split second. If you have to put one back, but this zone went empty, that's it. The crown goes back into the middle here, and a king has been decided. The land has been united. That person with Excalibur is going to win after that round of chips. In a 6 to 8-player game, it's when 2 of these regions are depleted even for a second. That's what triggers the end game. But to set up for a 4-player game, you would give one person these 2 chips. They would take one of these 2 each. In fact, because we know that's the squire sword, we may as well do that so you're not confused as to why. You jumble all these chips around so no one knows what they're going to get, and you distribute them one to every person around the table. I don't know if that's on camera because I that well. There's one there, and there's one there. Now, everyone around the table can then look to see what chip they have got to begin with. And then everyone will draw up to 4 chips from anywhere in Avalon. You don't have to stick to one zone. You can take one from each. If you have Excalibur, you might want to dive into one zone to try and empty it to trigger the end game. But if you dive into one zone, and everyone notices one person's just diving in to try and empty one zone, they might guess that you have got Excalibur. So, you would draw up to 4 chips. I will give everyone here. Let's take 2 from this area and 1 from here. And then these guys, 2 from here, 1 from here, and 2 from here, 1 from here. So this area is now looking quite sparse. Everyone will then look at their chips in private. And then, I know it's not an easy game, they will hold every chip out hands down. So everything would come out like this. They would play them. I'll just put them in front of me there. But imagine palms in, everyone holds it. This crown goes to the first player. I should have pointed that out. And then everyone on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, would reveal their chips at the same time. Now, if no one has played a when revealed chip, which this one is, then it would go down in that order or around in that order, whichever way you have got the game going. It stays in that one same flow. However, this person has played Lancelot. On reveal, flip all played chips and trash X's. Now, what that means is that everyone around this table would take their chip and they'd flip it. If it's like that, it goes back in the box, and I did not leave the box out. The box itself has this lovely little gold bin. That one would get flipped and put in there. This person, face down, gets binned. This person, I've hit something and I don't know where that went. Binned. What a wasted round for a tutorial. I am terrible at flipping coins. When played, Lancelot will also go into the bin. It is done. You can only play chips once. The crown will then pass to the next person. Everyone draws up one extra chip. Play then continues, going around. You play chips. You will do whatever they say. I won't run through what every chip does because the game comes with this lovely little thing, but all down here are the people that you will get in the chips and what they do. And it's two-sided. There are a lot of chips in this game, and I'll let you explore the magic yourself. There is some caveats. I did say at the start of the video, but at the end of the game, that whoever has Excalibur wins. There is a situation in this game where no one has Excalibur. And if no one has Excalibur, how that works is, I think it was this person that had Excalibur somewhere on them. It did. Say they play the peasant here. The peasant says, draw 1 or steal 1 and then return 1. Now that person might draw a chip from this area, gets to look at it and keep it, and then return 1 to Avalon. They have just returned Excalibur to Avalon. Now you might be thinking, why in your right mind would anyone return the sword that wins the game to Avalon? Well, this game also becomes a bit of a memory game. When you put a chip back into Avalon, or any chip at all in this game, once the game starts, you do not shuffle that zone unless the chip tells you to. There is 1 or 2 chips that say place into Avalon and mix. If it doesn't say mix, that stays there. This player now knows exactly where Excalibur is, and no one else around the table does. Now, if someone plays the chip that says everyone with swords, hold out your hand, and only 1 or 2 people hold out the swords, and only 2 swords go out, someone's going to catch on. 1 sword is not here. Can they remember where it was put? Does that cast suspicion? Because if you've got the 2 swords out, well, he knows what he's got in sword-wise, and this person knows what they've got in swords-wise. But now he might think, well, you've got Excalibur, and someone's binned off the cursed sword, because you could put the cursed sword back into Avalon. You could put the squire sword back into Avalon. If in that situation it gets to the end game, one of these is completely removed of chips, the crown goes back into the middle. Everyone would finish up their run of chips, so you don't just suddenly end the game. It would still play the peasant card, so you could still steal from someone. So it's not always a good thing to be the one that takes away the last chip from a zone, especially if you've got Excalibur, because then in this situation there's 3 other people coming after you that might target you and take a chip if that's what their chips do. If it gets to the end game and Excalibur is still out there, then everyone loses. The kingdom is lost. There is no king to lead Avalon. Person with the cursed blade, well, they're still the ultimate loser according to the rulebook. and everyone else gets a tainted victory. It's classed as everyone's won because you haven't got the curse blade, but no one's really the king, so it's counted as a tainted win. That is how to play Excalibur. It is a beautiful social deduction game. The components of this game are fantastic. It came out this year. It's already in my top 10 games of all time. This game is perfect. I love it in every way. If I could play it every week on the channel, I would, but that wouldn't make for good content and you guys would get bored. But this game is so good. Honestly, if you haven't got it, go get it, especially if you can find the deluxe edition. So good. You will not regret it. Cheap, easy to play, very fun. Even at small player counts. When we play this on the channel, you will see that even 2-player, even though you know who's got Excalibur to begin with, the game then takes a turn because people start putting stuff into Avalon where, it then becomes a bluffing game. Absolutely perfect design. And if you do want to see us play it, do leave a note down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, hit that bell icon. It all helps the channel, it's all free. We will see you on Wednesdays and Fridays, and I will see you next week for another How to Play video. And until then, it's bye from me.